Hey there, welcome back to Stormgate, or welcome if you're new. Good to have you here either way. Nice to see you, nice to have you around. I haven't played this game in a while, but one thing that I did mention in my last video is that anytime I see this game get a significant update in the future, I was going to come back to it for a brief period of time, take a look at it, see how I'm feeling about the changes and how things look. And there was a big update. The last update I took a look at was basically an overhaul for the 1v1 mode where they reworked how the economy worked to make things significantly faster paced and to make it so that you can just produce a lot more often. It was just kind of like an in-between thing, something to spice things up, and the next big content patch is here. So Stormgate Early Access 0.3.0. This is a big patch, and I'm not going to sit here and go through every single detail of it. I'd recommend like going to the Stormgate website and taking a look yourself if you want to see all the nitty-gritty and the details. Or I guess as I scroll through the video, you could pause on like individual sections and take a look here, because I should be showing it all. But there's a lot to go through, so I'll try to give you a TLDR of like the big sections. There was also a developer video that was put out that you can take a look at as well. One of the more significant changes as far as gameplay is concerned is quality of life features that have been added. They've made it so that pretty much every hotkey in the game is now fully customizable, and control groups have a bunch of automation put on top of them. So there's a lot to go over here, but here's the TLDR for this section. More of the hotkeys in the game have been made customizable, and a lot of support has been added to managing and maneuvering your control groups. Because all of this is more customizable, and because it should all like work and flow a bit better, now if you're trying to switch from like a different RTS game, or if you want to give it a shot and you want to like mess around with your settings, it shouldn't break your brain as much, because you can just make all the keys basically the same if you want. So, you know, hotkey support is always really nice in games like this, especially if you're like hopping around to the same genre a lot. The thing that I was personally very interested in that got brought up was the control group functionality. They've basically reworked the all army key so that instead of just selecting all army units, it now automates to control group 0. It's just been swapped around. Now, as per the general customizable hotkey update, there is still an actual all army button, and you can just use that instead, or you can just use this like new control group. But the really interesting part is that you can toggle what units are selected by default in this control group. So you can make it so that when you press your all army key, it'll give you your whole army except for, let's say, casters. Like maybe you don't want Gravens, or maybe you don't want Atlases to be in the control group. Maybe you don't want your transport ships to be in that control group. And now, as a result of this, you don't have to. You can have an all army key that grabs everything except for the units that you don't want all army, that you might frequently have issues with control on. But one thing that I find even more interesting than this, that might limit your need to use all army in the first place, is that they've made it so that you can automate the control groups so that when you have some type of production structure, when it produces any type of unit, it will automatically add them to that control group. So you can make it so that if you want Lancers to always be on your second control group, you can set the control group to have, let's say, Lancers in it. And anytime a barracks makes one, it will just automatically be added to your second control group. So you don't need to manually add them or like put them in there at all. You can just produce your units and control them with the same button without having to worry about like, oh, did I put my units into the control group? Did I like manage the group properly? And things along that manner. Personally, from what little I've already played around with this change, it feels super good. I love being able to just like have all the units automatically producing into the control groups that I want them to be going into. It might feel a little lazy if you're used to doing it yourself, but I don't personally value that as a skill that somebody should have to learn. It's more of like a element of tediousness that I feel like probably pushes people away from wanting to use control groups in the first place, even if they are incredibly valuable. So this is honestly like one of the bigger changes, and I think it's super cool. They've done a general pass to unit movement. So flying units can now like overlap with each other and mass and pass over each other and actually basically like fly and maneuver around each other in a more appealing way. And units in general have been tuned so they have like a smoother turning animation. So they're not as snappy when they're like moving back and forth and like immediately turning around and just doing like weird looking animations. They should generally look more natural moving around. They have edited projectiles so that they have a more natural looking path. And then units that send themselves as a projectile with like a leap of sorts should also have a more natural looking jump path. They added a countdown to the start of versus games so that you don't have to just get thrown into the game the moment loading finishes. There's a 5-second timer. There's range indicators for siege units. And then area of effect targeting indicators so that if you put down an AoE spell of some sorts, you know exactly what units are going to be hit by that area of effect. They've added error messages so that you know why an ability isn't working. You can see your opponent's point of view in a replay now, so you can see what they saw through Fog of War and what information they did and didn't have. And they've added post-game scorecards so that you can see your army value and like how much you've been mining and just general graphs as far as the gameplay were concerned, so that you can just get just more information out of every game that you've played. Even if I don't use this information very well myself, like I don't go into the nitty-gritty of it, it's always nice to see your stats. So I'm just like generally a fan of any kind of change like this. I just like looking at the numbers. So those are like general gameplay changes, just like quality of life, feel good stuff. As far as art design goes, they've completed a significant VFX pass with the intent of adding polish and visual quality to the game and increasing the battle readability. They've changed explosions, light and heat distortion, unit structure and deaths. There's new infernal construction effects, which are kind of a precursor to them updating the look of infernals across the board in a later patch. There's new mining effects for the collection arrays, and there's new attack and move UI pings. So that's basically just this whole section here. They've reworked the lighting of different maps. They're potentially adding a time of day system to different maps so that the map will shift between like day and night the longer you're playing on it. Currently, I think it's only active on a couple of the custom game maps, but I'm not sure if it's something that they like. It looks like they're asking the community what they think about adding it to the competitive map pool, but from what I've seen of it, it looks gorgeous. Units and structures have received material updates. New walk animation for the Vulcans, attack animation for the Lancers plays at the correct speed. They've updated the terrain textures, so they've got better visual detail. There's a new model for the Sky Mine, the Hornet ability. Just generally updated visuals pretty much across the board. And this is just like a first pass at it, so there's probably going to be more coming along in the future. They've reworked the audio for the game, so they've changed the values for significant amounts of different units, and like battles should sound a little bit more like a battle rather than like one type of unit significantly overwhelming all of the others. And they've changed audio on some of the abilities and other units, but just a general pass at the sound design of the game, which was a pretty largely talked about complaint in the past. Other than that, it's basically just balance notes. I'm not in tune enough with the balance and the like nitty-gritty of this game these days to really have a meaningful opinion about any of this, so I'll just kind of scroll through it here if you want to take a look at any of this. But yeah, pretty significant patch. A lot of changes, a lot of things have happened, and I'm interested in getting a feel for how the game plays now. I know I said it would be a TLDR, but I really didn't go over everything, and there's probably a decent amount of things that I missed. So if you are interested, again, I'd recommend just going and watching the developer video or going to the patch notes page yourself. I'll probably put the patch notes in the description. And let's get a feel for the actual gameplay. I haven't played this game in a while, and I'm not sure what the player base is looking like these days, so I might just get rolled in every game that I play. But, you know, that's life for you. If there's one feature that I wish that I could add for the future, it just like a personal thing of mine, I wish when you went and looked at the leaderboard that you could look at like player profiles and actually like potentially watch replays from other players in client. Maybe like pro players wouldn't be particularly happy with this because it would make them more scoutable if they were trying to like hide a strategy or something along those lines. But as somebody trying to get into the game and like learn the game, my god, would it be nice. Anyways, let's get into this. Let's see if the queue times are still as ridiculously short as they used to be. Alright, playing against Zidane. Playing against a Vanguard player. Vanguard mirror matchup. Cars used to be the way to go in this, and they probably still are. But we'll see how things go. Probably going to go for like a 2 base expand, go like mass bio or something along those lines. It's generally the strategy that I'd like doing the best. So on this map, they've got like kind of a random spawn location. It could be any of these 4 bases. That changes things a decent amount, but for the most part, I should, hopefully I get lucky and like scout them pretty early on here. Get my base hotkeys set up. I never made a decision whether or not I liked going for the base down the ramp or at the top first, but both could be good. It's probably in a different base location. I'm going to send these 4 workers to go build me a second. I'm just going to go down the ramp. I think it's probably a bit more dangerous, but it's the direction I do want to go in.
Setting cruise control.
Build this here, try to make it part of my wall eventually. Dog's coming up this ramp. I can take a look at what my opponent's trying to do. Building a barracks, so I'm going to be expanding sooner, but I'm going to be a little bit weaker offensively. Leave my dog here, take a look back at my base. Build another worker. Probably want to make my barracks into part of my wall here. Just start building one now. Just make sure I'm double producing workers. One thing I've noticed ever since the economy patch for this game is it just gets out of control for myself really fast. I don't think he's like really built anything meaningful just yet. Might have gotten another barracks online, but I didn't really see anything that suggested that. This barracks is about to finish. I'll make another one so this is a full wall.
How can I help? You're directed.
They can help each other and then go back to the mineral line, start making a lancer. Both of them are going to produce down. I'm going to need a supply depot relatively soon. I'm going to get both of these workers working on it, go to the thing to turn in any minerals they might have. Send my dog back home so that I can use him to help creep this first health camp. Start double producing lancers. I got 2 workers on the Therium. I'm just going to start... No, I think I can get like another barracks or something along those lines. I don't know where I should put it. Do I just put it like here and just make it like a full concave? So I got my lancer here, just auto put on the second hotkey. And then these guys are double producing to go help. Keep double producing workers. This guy can start going to the Therium patch instead. I'm probably going to need another depot soon, and I need the biochamber. I'm just going to pulse here to make it so my buildings build faster.
Capture point secured.
Wonderful.
Ready to fight.
Keep building Lancers, get a good amount of them out and going. I've got like a good Lancer count going here, but I think I need to try to get a barracks up, just build one here, and then probably fight into it.
They're going down.
Make sure to back up a little bit up here so that they're fighting like a little bit more on their own terms. Make sure I'm just still producing Lancers. I want to get more of this online, and I should get the Lancer upgrade. Keep producing workers where I can. Looks like I fought off this attack pretty well. Just gonna get this repaired. He's just kind of flooding Lancers into me. I think I'm just gonna hold pretty much forever, though.
I'm here to assist.
Looks like it auto shifts their rally point. Just keep making 2 Lancers at a time. I want to be able to get the upgrades for all of my units here. I probably should have gone for a new base tier instead of the second one though, so I'm just going to do that instead. Keep double producing workers to this base.
It scared me.
Finish this barracks. He shouldn't be able to get through. I've got my base defenses set up pretty strong here, although I probably want to make like another bunker on the other side in case he tries to go all the way around. He does have a army advantage, I think. He's probably got more production online than me, but I think I've got just more workers in general. Gonna move all these guys down to go make a third base. I still have like a decently safe base location that I can do instead. Let's move all those workers down though. Just keep double producing to this one to replace the workers that I just sent for that army. I want to probably do like...
Not enough luminite.
I want to start pumping out exos where I can so that I've got like ranged units to do army with. Move these guys out a little bit so that I can keep creeping camps, get an advantage this way. I think I'm spending my money a little bit better than I expected to. I probably overdid it on production a little bit. I want this to repair and then they get back to work. Should probably set up a third base hotkey.
Capture point secured.
Get 4 exos going at a time. Everybody moving together. Make sure I get the exo upgrade. Get more supply depots. Just gonna overkill them. Just go grab a bunch of production. I keep just like grabbing the wrong thing. I keep pressing the wrong button to all army. Make sure all my units are together here. Gonna veteran my front line. Grab this mine. This base is fully saturated, so I'm gonna start going to this one. I want to build the Therium mine, and I probably should tech to air or something along those lines.
Capture point
But
secured.
I think I'm gonna go mech eventually instead. This I can grab so I can send this shit, get a bit faster production going.
Insufficient therium.
All these units together, keep creeping the camps towards the middle. I can back up my exos, they're just automatically on this control group. I didn't have to do it myself. Then just grab all of them, move towards the vision in the middle.
Insufficient therium.
Heading there.
I'm starting to kind of fall behind on
Capture point
production. It's
secured.
probably because of this third base. Get more workers. I can get more barracks along those lines as well then. It's gonna get like 4 more barracks. More workers. I should probably try to fight with my army ball. Can't just let my opponent do whatever they want for free.
Reporting for work.
Fear is for the enemy.
Could have like anything going on himself. Don't want him just AoEing me for free here, so I'm just gonna like probably target fire these medics real quick. I think this game looks very over at the moment. Didn't really lose anything here. Just gonna kill this base. And that's game. That felt nice. Always feels good to win, but it looked like my opponent was very invested on that Lancer all-in that they went for. And I had enough of a wall set up that it didn't really affect me. There were a few moments where he probably could have gotten through and maybe gotten past the turret, done some harass onto my worker line, but I don't think it would have been super effective. And all in all, a pretty good first game. He also could have just like gone around to my back door, but I could have closed that off sooner as well, so I don't know if that would have really done anything very effective either. All in all, pretty good first little game of Stormgate Patch. Probably going to play one more here, and then I'll go on to doing whatever else I feel like doing today, but so far I am liking how things feel. I really like these control group changes. They feel really good, and generally it just might make me value using control groups for units just more in the future, and it'll probably be something I end up investing more time in. I doubt every game I play is going to go nearly as smoothly as that one, but you know, we'll see what the server has to offer. Isle of Dread. So there's only like really the one entrance to your base on this map anymore. You used to be able to get in the back door through this like other ramp. You might still be able to do it if you use workers to cut trees down. I'll get the worker going, get my dog headed across the map. He's auto-hotkeyd. Just queue two of them up. Take a look at Buddy here. They also added like a jump to your base hotkey, which I think is really nice. They didn't have that before.
I'm here to assist.
Two workers. I think the third one starts as your four are like running to go make your
forces
second
are
base.
under attack.
I think he's following me around there.
You want me to do what now? Bot activated.
Start walking all these guys over to make me a
Order
second.
received.
Our forces are
Setting
under
cruise
attack.
control.
Invalid location.
Robot engaged. I'm off.
I think I got his dog stuck. I see he's making a second base.
Get to work.
Put this down. Maybe kill that worker. Make sure I'm producing workers of my own. Take a look at my dog. He's probably gonna die. It's like generally harassing him. I think our bases are basically done at the same time now. I can start getting barracks done up here. Probably just produce two of them early because I kind of fucked up my economy. And then I make this depot so that I've got a door out. I kind of want like a 2-block door because a decent amount of mech units get blocked by that. Make sure I'm producing 2 at a time. I'm gonna want
Ready to work.
2 of you to be mining Luminite. Make sure I'm producing 2 workers constantly. My dog is still alive, but it's very low health. I didn't get good information. I guess I got good information. He's building a second base. I don't know how good of a wall he's gonna put up though. These guys should probably be building the same barracks and then onto the second and then back to Luminite. These guys are also on Therium. So I have 3 Therium workers right now. I need to get the biolab so that I can eventually get exos out. Gonna put this down. I think it's a little bit too far away though, kind of awkward. These guys are going to Luminite. They shouldn't be. 2 more workers. Start getting Lancers out. Base is coming online.
Bot activated.
2 Lancers coming, bots are coming up. I actually set both of my base hotkeys to this one.
Fear is
You can
falling
go onto
enemy.
Therium. The Biolab's almost done.
What's next?
Lancers should be enough to creep this speed camp. I think you kind of need to micro them a little bit though, if you want it to be good. Make sure these guys are pathed over. Biolab is up. I should probably get more barracks to match my economy. Start double producing workers to this base.
You scared me.
Get you on the Therium as well.
For combat.
I don't think any of these guys are gonna die. I'm gonna get the speed camp basically for free. You can go heal on this plant.
What you got?
Capture point secured.
2 Lancers at a time. They're both on speed. I can move them over to health. Dog is gonna die, but I should put it up like nearby so they can go help. Other barracks are coming online. They're gonna finish relatively soon. Should probably get speed for the exos when they're done. I can start doing like 2-2 here. Just about. I need
Insufficient
more
supply.
depots. Just get these started. Do that while I'm creeping this camp. Got like a decent front line going here. All of them can sit on this and heal. I think I did it
Capture
around the
point
same time my
secured.
opponent did. Make sure everybody's pathing up to these guys. Depots are about to finish. Make sure that I get 2 more workers coming out so I can go up to max saturation. I should probably get like the Therium mine going. But I don't know what I need for it. Do I need a mech bay to do that? Get all these guys going up to the vision. Just keep creeping. Keep getting more resources. Start making exos. Did they make the healing camp go faster? I don't remember it being that good.
Upgrade complete.
Upgrade finished right as I start making exos. So I got my first 4 out, and I'm going to creep this vision camp. This all my guys will be together.
Capture point secured.
Everybody moving on. So he's doing like a similar creep path to me. If I go down this way, I might be able to kind of match his army, although I think I need even more production. So I think I'm going to get more production building. I'm just going to pulse that so that I can pop them out faster, start getting more exos, get more of like a manageable army. He just took this camp. I'm just going to steal it from him, see what kind of fighting force he has.
Capture point secured.
I think I'm winning this, but I'm not entirely sure. I am not winning this. So I've got to back up, make sure I can make like better use of my units here. I probably want a bunch of these guys to go make me another base, although doing it off the back of a lost fight probably isn't a good plan.
Lost.
I need to start doing like 2-2 so I can actually get another front line going again. I've just got a bunch of
Upgrade
exos.
complete.
I am behind on the creep front now because I lost that fight. I thought it was going to be closer than it was. Make sure everybody's pathing together. Veteran these guys. I probably should have had them onto the next tier already. I can start getting medevacs, or like medics eventually here. Get a guy in here. Get vision on this. Just upgrade all of these so that my barracks just have generally faster production.
Not enough.
Spending all my
land.
money here, keep all my units together. This base is about to come online, so I can start producing units to get more Therium. I'll probably get more Lancers along that line of things, but I should try to take this base up
Upgrade
here.
complete. Insufficient
Kind of weird how the
energy.
camera changes when you go over this like change in elevation.
Capture point secured. Therium.
Get everyone together. I got my own Therium mine going. Just gonna recluster my units. Grab this veterancy. Maybe I can try to take his mine again. Just kind of trying to fight for map control here. got like a bit of a door coming up. I can just keep making more units.
What do you reckon? No time to waste. Time to shoot through. What seems to be the trouble? On the go. Bad day for you, mate.
Target fire the Vulcans down so their AoE doesn't do anything too crazy.
What's up? Fast as I can. Up I go.
Looks like it's a little bit harder to attack with.
On the
He's just
double.
taking better trades than me. I think I need like more production.
Where am I needed? I'll get after him. I am your personal healthcare companion. Right behind him.
Got walls online. I should get another turret so that they can just
Take a
keep
number.
passing through the gap here. My production's pretty good. I need to make sure I get all these workers going to this next Therium patch so I can just keep up my money. I need like a big front line.
Morning,
I
sunshine.
got enough medics for the time being.
Call it.
Insufficient
Losing my
energy.
front line's always bad though. Keep making units to this top base. Maybe I should put like something for vision around here, but I'm not entirely sure. Just lost a lot of units there.
Combat's ready. Ready.
Got like a big exo ball, but I think I just need like
Look
front
out,
line
coming
mostly
through.
because I haven't lost a lot of them. I don't think. They're still just kind
You
of
break it?
chilling.
I fix it.
I don't know what upgrades I should be getting. I should probably be trying to get to tier 3 if I can. I should get like something along this line, like get an airport. Keep making more units so that my money flow is really good. I'm gonna get more medics and more frontline. This guy's
Rank your
extra.
pain from 1 to 10.
Basically sitting on bio here. He's getting a more diverse army. He could pivot to air at some point here. Maybe I want to get like a turret in the middle here
Who
so
can I
he's
help?
disincentivized
Are
for
you
it.
in distress?
I feel like I had a bigger army. I just wasted it trying to kill that Vulcan with the shield on it.
Time to save lives.
Gonna head down here. He lost his vision.
What can I do
Might
for
have
you?
been a bad upgrade spend. I'm just gonna steal this Therium
Priority
mine
one.
now. It's about to run out,
Capture
so it's
point
probably not
secured.
a
Who's hurt?
good use of my time. He's got cruisers out. I gotta back up.
Up I go. No
Okay,
time
yeah,
to
I'm
waste.
just getting like out-teched here. I'm just sitting on
Our
basically the
forces
same
are
unit
under
composition,
attack.
and it's
No
not really
sneaking on
turning
my
into
watch.
anything significant. My Therium production's kinda ass.
What's up? Priority 1.
Get everybody together, just keep producing
Take a
more.
number. Who's hurt? G'day. Morning, sunshine.
I want to keep making Vulcans where I can. He can
Time
just
to
keep
shoot
fighting me, take my creep pretty much whenever he wants.
do you
This is
reckon?
looking like an L unless I magically get better at army composition in this game in the next like 2 minutes.
Time to
Oh,
save
he came up
lives.
through the trees. Gotta back these guys all up.
Transiting now.
Fully saturate this.
On the go. Fast
I
as
killed the
can.
carrier, but I don't think that was enough. Need to just back up all my units into the turrets.
I am
He's
your
gonna take that
personal
base.
healthcare companion.
I think he can just run over me here.
Look out, coming through.
Yeah, and he's got the next tier of Exos. Not going to be able to fight that one out. Anyways, it's a win and a loss. Overall, my second opponent was much better than me. Just got up to tier 3, actually started getting like better units, better army composition going. Maybe if I'd gotten like Atlases or something along those lines, I could have changed the flow of that game. But I just kind of kept doing the same thing over and over again and just kept losing fights because of it. So, I mean, hey, that's life for you. Anyways, thanks for joining me for a new Stormgate patch. I kind of had fun with it. I like the control group thing. It feels good. It's been a while since I played this game, and it felt good to come back to it. I like all the changes that they added and the direction that things seem to be going in. And that's all. Drop a like on the video if you stuck around this long. Hit that sub button if you want to see more Stormgate or just whatever else I'm uploading at the time. I upload pretty much every night. And have a lovely morning, noon, or night. Peace.